Alright, I'm just gonna share this out to my boys in the Discord and see if we want to talk a little markets and see about the beginning of the week. So let's just do that real quick. Let's see. I'll just do our Discord. Get some peeps in here. Alright. Alright. What we got going on here, man? What do we got? Concurrent viewers, 0. Love it. Alright. Starting it up. It's almost 12. Where we going? Let's start with the Dow. That's what we gotta go with. On a 9-month time frame. Let's delete everything. Start anew. Yeah. What was this? Oh, accumulation. Alright. You got anybody in here? Any peeps? No peeps. Sounds like that's cool. Well, let's what we got in here? Anybody in here? I got a like. Sweet. No views. 1 like. I like it. Alright. So I'm gonna get started. If there's no one in here, you can just look back. Alright. So I'm looking at the Dow on the 9-month time frame. Alright. And look, I don't want to get going until I have somebody, at least. Somebody to talk to. Anybody coming? Or am I by myself? Oh. Alright. Well, look. Team Crypto, if you're with me, you're with me. Let me just show you. I know you want to see. You want me to start with Bitcoin? I'll start with Bitcoin. Alright, here. Here's BT Sizzle. Alright. Let's go to the 9-day. Alright. This is the time frame I'm looking at. Alright. So, first of all, there's different charts for different things, okay? This is Binance, alright? Here's Binance Futures. Every single one is going to be different, alright? And then here's Coinbase, alright? Each one does something slightly different, okay? But, however, I'm using the index chart for the most part, alright? because it has the most data, the most history, all right, and the most of everything, okay? So I'm looking on the 9-day, all right? I got a red dot here on the 9-day. That's not a good look on the 9, all right? One of the strategies that I'm using is the 369 method, okay? The rules for that method in just numbers, the 1, 2, and 4 can confirm on 3. So let's just go to the 1-day, all right? The 1-day, you got a green dot. That is a good thing, all right? On the 2-day, you got a green dot. That's a good thing. On the 3-day, or on the 4-day, okay? On the 4-day, you got a green dot, but you can front run that once the green dot on the 3-day confirms, right? So you can front run the 4-day on the 3-day. That's why I like that way of thinking, all right? However, that's a lower level number, right? 3. If you want to do the 6, all right, you got to look to the 5-day, all right? Because you got 5, 7, and 8 that would confirm on, and you can front run that, all right? So you got your 5. Loading. Here, while that's loading, take a look at this. If you haven't seen this, this guy uses Pi to predict, like, you know, market cycles and stuff like that. And this is confidence, all right? 2023 into 2025. Confidence in the United States will be good, and looks like we're going to be topping out around 2027. These are good things, all right? As far as, like, this guy's system and the way he uses it. His name is Armstrong Economics. I'll put this in the Discord, all right, in case you want to take a look at that at some point, all right? So that's good, all right, so here we go. We got the 5, all right? So the 5, and the way I read these RSIs is you can look at these RSIs on Market Cypher. If you use it, there's another one you can use that's free. But when they switch from red to green, it just means there's a shift in, like, who's in control, right? The Bears were in control on the 5-day. Now the Bulls are in control, all right? Now the purple line is like, the Bears just fucking love the short, man. They'll short any fucking rip at any fucking given time, okay? So the green, think of this like now. Like, think of the green as CZ, all right? So right here on the 5-day, there was a shift. We know what happened over here, all right? You had FTX collapse. CZ calls him out, right? Crashes the market. He accumulates, and then he goes up for all of the liquidations and all the stops and all that stuff. So this, you know, is him taking control of the market, because who controls Bitcoin, we don't know. But the one exchange with the most volume is Binance. Right now, Binance controls what the price of Bitcoin does, okay? And you can see that on their spot, right? On the Binance spot. And you can see that in the volume, all right? Where they're like accumulating big accumulation here in this zone, and they spend a little money, right? And they have to spend a little money to push things to other levels, right? Then you can go to the futures chart, right? And if you go down like lower time frames, you can see he's using derivatives to hold up the market, all right? So he's holding the levels here with the derivatives, all right? Kind of like they do with gold, right? You ever hear like how gold is manipulated, all right? Gold is manipulated, but through the derivatives market. So they suppress the price of gold by holding it down with derivatives. And they're doing the same thing with Bitcoin, in my opinion, all right? So, all right, we got our 5-day. We want to know if we're bullish or bearish. That's all we ever care about, right? Fine, 5-day, and I'm using that Tesla number thing with Market Cypher, right? On the 5-day, I confirmed a red dot here, all right? 5-day red dot happened to be the top, all right, of the local top, all right? But that's a very low time frame, but I can look to the 7. Do I have a red dot on the 7? Yeah. Do I have a red dot on the 8? Yes. It should confirm on the 6. Yes. That is a top, all right? However, the one that governs all time frames is the 9, all right? The 9 also confirmed a red dot. So we have a local top. Now you can start over again and see, you know, because remember now that was just that time frame. Now it's going to go through another cycle. So just start back at 1. All right. On the 1 time frame, right? 1, got a green dot. 2, got a green dot. 4, we got a green dot. And 3, if it confirms, all right, and that would confirm Sunday. Well, that confirms tonight. Oh, that confirmed last night, right? So we confirmed a green dot. So yeah, it's likely that we see higher prices. All right, that we're going to get a little jump up. It's possible. However, you know, these time frames here can be influenced by lower time frames. All right? Because it's fractal, so it builds up. So you get new data and new information. All right? So you can go over like your 9 hour. All right? See what's going on your 9 hour. All right, 9 hour. You have a fresh red dot that's being influenced by something. All right? What is that being influenced by? You can go to your 1 hour. All right? You got a red dot. Your 2 hour. You have a new red dot. Your 4 hour. You have a red dot up here. All right? And it would confirm on your 3 hour, which you now have a red dot. So that's not a good look on. It's like we're just grabbing stops. All right? Now those are lower time frames, right? That's one cycle. Go to the mid time frame, right? You can go to your 5 hour and see what you got going on. If you have any momentum, you have almost no momentum to the downside on the 5, right? On the 7, you have almost no momentum. Money flow is running out of here. People are selling, all right? Or he's selling. And on the 8, you got a red dot, all right? So without green dots on these higher time frames, on the 5, right? The 7 and the 8, I'm bearish. All right, I'm bearish. All right, and again, you can use other time frames like here. Like you can go to. I remember I called out the 19 hour, and Jordan was like, "Yo, who looks at the 19 hour, bruh?" Like, okay, well, because it's the 9. It governs, 11, 12, and it governs all those 10 time frames. All right, so I was looking at that. I'm like, all right, because that's got a lot of strength in it. All right, what did I see? I saw a lot of drives, a lot of accumulation, lower highs here. Lower lows, right? And then I saw higher lows, right? A higher low, it came in from, where was it? Where was that higher low? Here? Yeah, it was like right over here. It was like exact 1, 2, 3 drives, and that would have been like a hidden bullish divergence, all right? So you had a hidden bullish divergence over here on the 19, all right? And that's what you got. You got a little hidden bull div. That's all. But hidden bull div is only good, maybe for a bounce. All right? Seriously. All right? So just because you got hidden bull div, it could just be a divergence to go up and grab stops. All right? So that's fine. So I'm going to my 9-day to look for liquidity. All right? I want to know where the liquidity resides in the chart. Because really, if you guys think that Bitcoin is this thing that they say it is, Bitcoin is a trading vehicle. Bitcoin is used to trade and make money, and that's all it's ever done. Okay? That's all it's ever done. It goes up and grabs the liquidity, hits the stops, grabs a bunch of liquidity, and then it drops. All right? So if you ever look, what did you have here? All right? You had $708 million worth of short liquidations. All right, here you had $3 million worth of short liquidations on the 9-day. That's why you pump, okay? Because there's exchanges here, like Bitfinex was one or Binance was another. That's what's going on here. All right. Now back in the day, things were different. All right. I don't know if there were derivatives on Bitcoin. I'm sure there was, but Bitcoin was a derivative. You didn't need to go on 100x leverage. All right. It was already going, hundreds of percent, right? So still they go after the sell, right? So what goes on here, right? Anybody with the asset, all right, buys it at $1, okay, whatever, and then they sell it, right? And then it comes back down, and they go, all right, well, it stopped there, and it's done something. Well, I sold $1, right? And I sold it for a 28x. I can buy it back for 2, right? I probably could sell more back at 34 or whatever, right? So you get a rise up, and then you get sellers here, right? Why? Because you're close to where the top is, right? But they sold 4 million more. What do you have now? So you were able to sell more, right, of what you had. So I buy low, I sell high, and it starts picking up steam in 2012, whatever's going on. That just so happened to be, I think, a rate hiking cycle, by the way. All right, and so then you can sell a little more and sell a little more. And then what it does is it comes down and finds support. All right, this is Bitcoin, right? It went from $1 to 1,000. There's this thing that did 1,000x, kind of like our shit coins. I'm not saying Bitcoin is a shit coin, all right? Because in my opinion, Bitcoin, whoever made it, whatever it is, does it have a decentralized network? Yes. Is that valuable? It could be, all right? And that's a good thing. So now you have something, okay? You know you have something here, okay? This is a nice W. You have your little birth of your 200 EMA on your 9-day, all right? But again, you can accumulate what you know you have. That's what these people do. And they sold $500,000 worth of it up here to $1,000. Well, they bought it back at about 100. I did 1,000x. Maybe this time I can do a 10x. That's what they thought, right? So they expect it to go back to 1,000, right? I can do a 10x, except it just kept going. All right, it just fucking kept going. All right, so then they do, from 100 to $20,000. All right, fucking amazing. Some big money is pumping this price up because when you get a wall here, right, an equal high, and it pulls back, they can buy it and just pump it up and see how high you can go. All right. So after that all-time high, you get 1, 2, and a big move 3. They know that. They're waiting for the 3 hits. They're looking on something like whatever time frame, the 9-day, the weekly, I don't know. All right. And then once that 3rd hit comes, dude, that's when they know to sell on you. All right. So they're waiting for that 3rd hit. All right. Now, not everybody, but a lot of you guys are into Bitcoin. All right. People heard about this and they bought the top, like Jordan, right? Like me over here, all right? You buy the tops. That's the point of crypto. Some people bought the top over here. They, go through the bear market, and that's the whole diamond hands narrative, all right? Because that's what's gone on. And maybe that still can happen. That'd be cool, all right? However, like this is more sideways action than these parabolic moves, all right? It has somewhat of parabolic moves, but you're getting... Look at how smooth this is. This is so smooth. All right? So smooth up. This is chop. All right? That's, a little bit different, isn't it? This is chop. This is not smooth trading anymore. All right? It's not as easy as it was. Let's just say that. All right? Well, I bought the top like Jordan. That's for damn sure. I bought the top like Jordan. So I'm nobody. I'm just another guy in crypto who got wrecked, right? I bought this up here. I bought a little more down here. I sold a little bit up here. And then I thought this was a higher low. Yo, it's cool. It's cool because I've learned a lot. I'm going to share to you some of the strategies that I'm using that I've learned that do help a lot. All right. Some of them work, some of them don't, and too many strategies aren't a good thing. But like, I've been winning some trades lately, and it's been 2 years, and it's taken me 2 years to start winning some trades. All right. So I'll show you what I'm doing to determine, because I don't know where price is going to go because new things happen all the time. All right. And I was going to use the Dow to explain that, but we have chop. So you got to know how to trade the chop. All right. And we have things going on in the economies and stuff like that. So, but look, basically what I'm saying is if Bitcoin has liquidity to the upside, it'll come and take it. But it doesn't come and take it without stopping people out first. That's what it does. All right. So here's a good example of that. A cycle, right? A W formation, right? Rise up, level 1, right? Here, right? A day 1 surprise, come back, test. A rise up level 2 where it had 1, 2, 3 pushes, right? But inside of level 2, right, it's hit the stops, rise, hit the stops, rise, hit the stops, right, rise up, and then rise big, right? Level 3, hit the stops, stop out everybody, right? You know, if you were trading derivatives, right, and drop, right, where you get drops, hit the stops, go sideways, and drop and form a new cycle. All right, and same thing here. Hitting the stops, hit all the stops. Came up right in between, hit almost there, right? But there's sellers here, right? Because they don't know if it's going to make an all-time high, so it's got to do the same behavior, right? Drop level 1, hit the stops, drop level 2, hit the stops, drop level 3, hit the stops. Funny enough, now it's dropped 3 times where people would go long on Bitcoin thinking that, you know, we're going to get another parabolic move, but we have COVID and it crashes the markets. Stop everybody out here, right? Kind of like it did over here, right? And now we have a new cycle, right? We have a day 1 surprise. We're rise level 1. You would have had where Tesla, that would have been level 1, all right? Where Tesla came into the market and said, you know, they were up, right? You, I don't know, rise level 1, right? You're higher than that. Rise level 2, right? Rise level 3. Stop out, you know, anybody in doubt, and you form an M, all right? And that's the way I'm looking at it, all right? Yeah, man. Mr. Hart. I'm showing you what I'm seeing, okay? So, okay, that's what's been going on, all right? It's just a liquidity vehicle to generate dollars, all right? That's what it does, all right? Now, also, a very interesting thing. I got an indicator on here, all right? It goes with, like, swing highs, all right? So, you can see the swing highs here on the monthly, all right? And you got some swing lows, right? Swing low, swing low. So, here on the monthly, they bought quarter million. Yeah, quarter million. Here, people bought 2 million, right? Here, I sold 1 million. So, I sold less than I bought here, right? Sold out 7 million, so it goes higher, all right? The point is like, it's going to need to find buyers, all right? That's one of the things, all right? And they say the trend is your friend until the end. And a lot of people use EMAs, right? But I read a paper on EMAs, and I found this guy. I'll share it with you. I think I shared it in the Discord. All right, where are you, buddy? I don't know. It's this line right here. It's this red dot line, okay? It's like a lark line. It's got like 0 lag, all right? Like 0 lag. And here's the thing about it. They say the trend is your friend until the end or until it bends, all right? So you get a little bend, right? That was a bottom, all right? You get a little bend here. That was a bottom. You're getting another little bend here as well. However, this is flipped red, and it's never done that. Oh, it did that over here, all right? But again, where are you at in the grand scheme of things, all right? In the grand scheme of something with a market cycle, all right? Where you'd have like 1, 2, 3 hits to the high, right? Rise, retrace, rise, retrace, rise, retrace, right? Where you kind of mess with people and you form an M top, a 22 trade, if you will. And you come back down in between the levels, you know, 6K, whatever. That's why people are calling for such lower prices, because they think that's going to happen. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen. This thing can find a bid anywhere. It just needs to catch a bid, all right? But in market maker method trading, you get like something you call like a 33 trade, right? Here's like a 33 trade where you get 3 tops, right? And then an M. That's what it is. And that actually happened over here, all right? You get this topping formation. There's a 33 trade, and then there's something called a 22 trade, all right? So a 33 trade is this, and it happened over here. But Savvy called it Wyckoff distribution, whatever you want to call it. It's a 33 trade, all right? It's a market maker method where you hit the high 3 times, right? 1, 2, 3, and you drop, right? That was where I got into Bitcoin, right? 1, 2, 3, right? Drop, hit the water, form an M, and then you drop. 1, 2, 3 hits to the downside, all right? And then you reverse. Now, this again, we know was FTX pumping the market. It's just a 22 trade. A 22 trade where you have the first leg of the M is shorter than the second leg of the M, and it fakes everybody out. So the fact that this thing has 2 topping formations up here is very concerning. That it has a 33 and a 22 trade. That means I'm getting at least 3 levels of drop, in my opinion. Now, everyone wants to call for Wyckoff distribution. Well, okay. Look, M formation, all right, drop level 1, drop level 2, retrace, and you're coming back down to claim some red vectors. When do you see the current bull flag breaking out? Oh, okay, here, let's take a look at that. Let's go to the hourly, because that's where we're at. So what they're doing is Binance is buying up long-term sellers, Bitcoin. They'll buy it, all right, and then put it on their derivatives exchange to go on like 100x leverage or whatever to pump up to get the stops. This is very concerning. There's a lot of sell walls up here. I don't know if this is, bull flags can be traps, all right? We'll look at this as a bull flag. When is your question? All right, so we got to go to the 3 hour. Right here. I need speed. So you have speed here, and now you have a slowdown. All right? So you want to either go from this. You want to take your fib circle and you want to just measure when things can go. All right? So like if I were to measure that speed, right? I'm coming towards the end of this right here. So I can go from this to this and say that it could come down to here, and it's probably going to happen by the close. It'll probably be an Asia pump. All right? Flags are the most known pattern. They use them to get retail all in. Yeah. And it could be happening right now. You have a stopping volume candle. So the way to read the candle is, you see where it's pointing up on the 3 hour? It means there's stops up there. That's where it wants to go. Can it get there? No, not without trading first. We need to take money, right? So he can sell you a short here, right? And here is saying, stop it. I still have money up there to grab, all right? That's what's going on. However, there's long-term holders, sellers that are trying to get the fuck out for a good reason, all right? And you can get a better gauge on the 6 hour, all right? So 6 hour, and you can use the derivatives as well because they're playing with both of them. All right, 6 hour. So here is, they're trying to get these guys up here, right? So how long will that need to, if they can't do it, then they're fucked. So look, you're probably about to do it because you're in the middle of this. Once it's in the middle, it tends to be when it goes. All right, so if we're thinking it's going to happen very soon, let's go to smaller time frames. All right, let's go to the 99 minute. You got a red dot. That could be whatever. That's not a good look. But then in the next 99 minutes, you could print a green dot. All right, so let's see what's going on in the 33. 33, momentum's to the downside. 66. Momentum's to the downside. That's not a good look. All right, let's go to the 19. The 19, you're getting red dots. This is look, I wouldn't be, my thing is this. I'll do like an if-then thing. Like if price comes up to 27, whatever it makes, I'm shorting here. If price comes down here, I'm longing down here. So that's my thing, because right now it needs liquidity because people are longing this shit, right? There's guys with longs in here. The market maker will come take those longs and use them to stop people out, right? That's what he's going to do, just like he did here. So he pumped up price, he consolidated, he stops out the longs who got it right, and he pumps price. 2 times to grab some stops. He's trading. We're all looking at the bull flag. He's just trying to get stops, but can he drop first? Grab this blue zone right here. This is stopping volume. The stopping volume can be used to stop people out. If it was to go up there, it might be. If it was to go up, it goes up there, in my opinion. But I'm on the same page for a little bit. So yeah, so that's the other thing is I look at Bookmap, you know, and Bookmap has the liquidation levels. All right, there's a big gold bar here above 28. That's there because I'm telling you, they don't think it can get there, but it can always get there. All right, it can always get there. However, it doesn't need to reach the gold bar. It needs to reach where the gold bar's stops are. It doesn't need to take it. It needs to take it. It stops. All right. So if I go over like the 99 minute, all right, I can see where people will be putting their stops. If you were here, right, where do you put your stops? If you're a short at 28, right, in this region right here, right, and you don't want to get stopped out, right, where do you put your stops? And that's the only thing you got to ask yourself. Where are the stops? Because that's all this thing is doing. Now, Bitcoin is a cool thing, though, because, like, Bitcoin can create lots of stops and lots of them and then just take them all, right? So look at all this green up here, right? It could come, they got longs built all up in this zone. But you see this on the 99? Like, that is a huge wall that I don't think that they can break, right? And I use the 99 because it's like those Tesla numbers and it changes the way I can see the volume, right? This is a huge wall. Like, this short right here is like, I can't get higher than this. Or if I can, how much higher? 34? Sweet. You know? Can I get higher than that? But here, I'm never coming to 44, right? I'm definitely short from 42. So, can he come up and grab all this? Yeah. But what would you need to get through this wall? Maybe a BlackRock narrative, right? An ETF. Get people to think that that's gonna be the thing, right? And then come up to like 37, you know, claim half of this, and you'll get another red bar there. Okay? So, like, yeah, could it come higher? Sure. But right now, things aren't looking good on the lower time frames. All right? And I have other reason to believe that they're going to crash the stock market, or they're going to change. They're going to say they're going to change something. But I don't see this going a lot higher. All right? Because one of the things I have here, and I've shown this in the Discord, is I threw Crypto Face, right? That dude, he draws spider lines from the 2019 bear market. And I thought, I'm going to get creative. I'm going to draw spider lines from the 2013 bear market, right? Because that shows long-term holders, right? So long-term holders will either buy or sell, right, at certain levels, right? So I have this spider line here, right? And it comes down and it holds, right? They see the W. They know what Bitcoin looks like. It comes down and it holds support. I told Jordan to long that shit. And he I don't know if he did or not, but we came up here. This is resistance, all right? However, the 6.9, the Tesla 369, it's so weird that it's a 6.9 top, is the next level 36. Because I was saying this before, like, those guys that trade ICT concepts, they go, oh, an order block. You can go and you can short the order block, right? And they'll do that. But guys that also do that pay themselves. So it's only coming up here if there's liquidity, like shorts liquidity up here. All right? But I'm on the same page on the short level. Okay, yeah. But like this right here, this line is major resistance. And you can see that with the stopping volume, right? Their job is to trap liquidity. There is liquidity up in here at like 40, but see how the green bars, they're like little, all right? It's got to be a lot. All right, there's got to be a lot of liquidity to come get. And anybody that shorted the top, guys, probably paid themselves. Why? Because Bitcoin is known for doing what? Right? Fucking you if you're a short. So if you haven't learned by now, if you're going to short Bitcoin, you better pay yourself on the way down because it always comes back for your to liquidate you. So the shorts are with it. They're like, yo, I'm just gonna pay myself. Fuck it. I'll come up, wait for the guys who didn't. It'll spike up, and I'll go short again, and I'll pay myself. And so they're just compounding money short in the fucking market. That's why Savvy's like a fucking millionaire now, because he shorts it, he pays himself, and then he waits for it to come back up. He'll short it, he'll pay himself, and he's just fucking compounding that money, right? Can he be wrong? Yeah, he can be wrong. Savvy's only wrong for what? October 20. He's only wrong for like 5 months out of the year. Otherwise, the thing just goes down. And then it comes up for a one big spike. And then it just goes down. That's all it goes down for more time than it goes up for. Right? So shorts make a ton of money on Bitcoin. Right? If you know how to short. All of us are trying to get rich quick. We're like, yo, let me get that one long where it goes up for the 5 months. Right? And that's the problem, in my opinion, is that's why it's doing this behavior. All right. So everyone's trying to get long, right? With that big move. So it drops. Everyone's trying to get long with that big move. So it drops. Everyone's trying to get long with that big move. So it drops, right? If you caught this, cool, right? It's got to hold 19. It's got to hold 19 because there's a ton of liquidity down here that you don't see on like the 3 month or the 6 month on high block. All right. And there's not that much up here because they've been paying themselves. And I just look at who's greedier, the longs or the shorts. The longs are more greedy, even at 31K. They're just still fucking greedy. Okay, so what do you get? Right? People were greedy down here, right? They long the shit out of it. Do they pay themselves? No. So I have to hit the stops, right? Long stops are here. Come up, hit the shorts. Come down, hit the longs. Come back up, hit the shorts. Come down, hit the longs, right? I have to come back up and hit the shorts. And that's all it's going to do is this fucking behavior, right? And if you don't see a lot of long liquidity, I mean, a short liquidity, what do where is it? There's a little bit here. There's a little bit, right? Their line in the sand is 28, right? Bullish or bearish. There's nothing here, right? There's like no liquidity in the market. All right. There's no if you remember last month or whatever, there was like a shit ton at 32 and a shit ton at 24. Everyone's taking their money off the table. Everyone has. So Bitcoin has to make a move, right? First, so one side commits. Okay? That's what it's got to do. All right? It's got to make a move so one side commits. If long-term holders have the bags, right, from way back there, they want to sell at higher prices, right? But they're not going to buy this level. They'll buy here, they'll buy 21, okay? So you can probably expect a drop to 21, right? Or they'll just say, fuck it. Let the shorts get paid, and we'll come down to another level down here, and then all of the liquidity for the shorts will only be at like 27. Okay? So then you'll just get another cycle of trading sideways. All right? Because there's not a lot up here, right? If you got to create a lot of liquidity, you got to make a big move and get people to think one thing, right? So if you come down to 16, you might think Bitcoin's going to actually 12, right? So if I was a market maker, I would come down somewhere near the previous low and fuck with people and build liquidity here and here and then see who wants to take the bet, right? So I would come down here close to this, right? And then see who's betting big where. Are the shorts betting big? All right, I can go up and grab them. And I would do that for a good amount of time, right? You got to do that for a long enough period of time to build the liquidity. But what's the narrative? If it comes down here and BlackRock is the narrative, there's going to be a shit ton of longs, right? You don't want that narrative. We want Bitcoin to go to zero. That's the narrative we want. We want Bitcoin to be nothing, right? But we're now people are saying Bitcoin is something. The banks are failing, right? You need Bitcoin. All right, people need Bitcoin. I'm going to go long. No. We want Bitcoin to be fucking nothing. We want it to be worth nothing. All right, that's what the narrative we want. When they say Bitcoin is worth something, I know it's going lower. Because That's just how it is, right? I don't like that BlackRock news. That's terrible fucking news. It's fucking fake news. The news is crap, guys. The news is crap for market makers to complete their cycle, okay? To me, the cycle is to come down to lower levels, because the only way to make money on something, with a large market cap is for it to have a lower price. I was doing that with Apple. I said, yo, who the fuck wants to buy Apple? Right? Apple's a great company. I don't give a fuck. It's something that people buy and want to make money on. Anybody with big money, all right, wants to know one thing. Can I double? That's all they want to know. They don't care about what it is, what the fundamentals are. Can I double? That's all they want to know. Can I double my money? Can you double your money on Apple? Big money. Now, big money is already in Apple. They're fine. They've been doubling. But what happens when they double, right? So, I'm into Apple at, $10. I doubled. 20. Pull back. Can I double again? 15. What does it go to? 30. I doubled. Pull back. It pulls back to 20. Can I double? 50. Do more. Pull back. That's the whole point. They just want to double their money. It's not because it's a great fucking company, right? They buy something that is a good company that people can believe in, right? So they can push that narrative, right? So they can buy low and then sell high. So what do we got there? So then they bought 36, right? 80 comes even higher, right? Comes down 100, okay? 100, right? Apple comes up. Did they double yet? I bet you when it hits 200, man, it could come a little bit higher, but it'll pull back. Okay? It'll pull back. This looks topped out, man. Look at this. Does that look good to you? That looks like fucking Bitcoin's top, doesn't it? Right? What is this? This is the summer lull, as Ben Cowan would say. That's the summer lull, and it's just coming back up. That's what it looks like. Because in the grand scheme of things, it's got this 33 trade, right? Then you got another one come back up. You'll probably get a 22 trade. All right. If I wanted to, Apple has a $2 trillion market cap. For it to double from 200, it has to go to $400. Apple can't do that. There's not $2 trillion to put into Apple in the world. No one's doing that. However, if it pulls back to 100, it can double again at 200, right? And then you can pull, and then you can get like a slow and steady rise, or you can crash it down, to like, I don't know, 75, test this high, right? Going from 75 to, doubling 75 is easier than doubling 100. And so that's how they move the market, because they need to double their money. All right. So just think about that. All right. But all right. So we want to know about trades, right? I mean, that's the thing. So I play the nines. All right. The easiest way to do it is to look on your 3 time frame, right? Look at accumulating. He's accumulating longs. You might see that as Bitcoin's dropping. It is dropping, guys. But don't forget, the market maker has to take the opposite side of the bet. All right. He's gathering up longs to stop someone out, to stop out this 27K, right? Look, it's the gold bar is underneath 27. He's gonna come back to just under 27. So look, 26.9 is a big level for me. That's the level I'm gonna ladder my first short in at. Could it go to 27.2? Probably, right? Because if he can build enough, look, the shorts are kind of committing up here, right? And the longs are getting less committed. That's a good thing, right? 28K is building here. That's a good thing. But I see a lot of commitment here from the longs too, right? So I just keep an eye on the liquidity, and I don't trade, because remember, the beginning of the week is where they're going to gather the most information about the sentiment of the market. Is the retail bullish or bearish, right? I'm going to move price to make them think one way or another, right? If he drops price, guys, down to 21 or 22, you don't need to catch the big move, all right? You don't have to care about that, because it's not about catching the big move, because you've now missed all of this. If I'm a retail trader, right? I saw CryptoFace go live today. He was trying to get into a short. I get it, bro. I want to get into a short too. But that doesn't mean that he can't drop, right? And take out just like a little bit here, right? Maybe form a higher low here and come back up and take all this liquidity, right? Because he's trying to get to 27, or what's the next zone here? 23 or 27. This is the zone I want to short from. All right, he's got some stopping volume here, but again, you play the extremes of the range. Right now, you're in the middle of all of this chop. This is not a place to trade. I'll trade down here and I'll trade up here. I'll trade down here and I'll trade up here. All right, those are the places I'll trade. We come up here and I take a short. I'll pay myself down here. If it comes back up here, I'll take another short. Will I take a long from down here? Yeah. And I can pay myself up here. You just trade both ways. You just trade both ways. That's how it works. All right? That's what they're doing. So, in essence, how much time do we have? I don't know. Because one way to measure it is the stopping volume. All right? So, there's blue volume here. This was made to stop out anybody in this level. All right? So, he's used almost all of it. He's used almost all of it. But now you have more blue. When this blue runs out, guys, this zone is done. All right? That's the way I read it. When the blue runs out, the zone is done. Now, you can use the blue to try to get to the purple. All right? Let's look back and see when that worked out. Back here. All right. You had blue volume here. 18, whatever, right? This is actually a blue candle, all right, but it's on the daily, all right? So it was actually on the daily in level 1. See that blue volume in level 1? He takes from here, right, the stopping volume, where he sped up price and got people to FOMO long, right? Because remember, people missed this long. It came up and they FOMO long. So he can buy their longs at higher prices to push the price higher, because his goal was to get to this purple zone on the daily, which he's gotten to, which was 28 on the daily. Does he need to get to this purple zone? Yes, he's gotten to that purple zone. Is his ultimate goal this green zone? I don't know. I don't know what the books look like. I don't know where the sell orders are, right? Is he trying to come up here? I don't know. All right. Is he trying to realize a return on his shorts that he's built down here? Because he's got shorts in here, right? Remember, like, he's got positions here. He can realize money all the way down to 3K. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care where price goes, right? Where are the buyers? Are the buyers, of Bitcoin up, are they at 16? Apparently there was some at 16, right? A good amount, right? And he has to come back and hit the stops, right? Where do the sellers want to go? I don't know, right? But without breaking this high, right? Breaking this breaker up here, whatever they call it, would convince people that prices could go higher. If I was a market maker, I could get a lot of sell orders up here, right? Because the retail trader will buy above 35K, right? Because now you've made a higher high. That's why this little breaker here is such a manipulation, all right? Because your real higher high is up here at 48. That is your higher high. It has to break 48 for you to think that you're going to have a new bull market. It has to break above 48 and stay there for like a week for you to think that you're going to get a new all-time high. A break above 32 up in this zone here is nothing. It's just the middle of the range. It's just resistance, where you'll hit resistance here and here and then come back down. That's all that is, right? So anyway, he takes from the blue to get to the purple. All right? That's what he's done. All right? So go to your 9 hour. All right? And let's just see how much money, because I see a lot of money disappear too. So there was money in the chart from that big move, and they all paid themselves, bro. All the liquidity has disappeared, and this is now new liquidity. So we have something brand new going on. All right? We got something brand new going on. So it's Monday. Trading Mondays is tough. When I watched all the liquidity get wiped away Sunday night on the close, I was like, because it closed in a weird spot. It closed at like 26.3. So they're like, wait a minute, this is like, are we bullish or are we bearish? People didn't know, so everyone just took their fucking money away. And they're like, I'll watch. So we just watched to see what the hell he does, right? Who is he taking and who's committing their money? All right. So on the 9 hour, he's got blue, right? He takes from the blue. I can expect him to come back up and try to take some of the purple, right? That purple is sitting at about 28 or 26.9. So if he takes, you'll get this kind of behavior, right? Where you're going to get a drop. He'll take, right? Come back up, right? Take, and come back up. At the very most, you can see 28. At the very most, if he's trying to get there. All right? Once he gets here, that would be a good thing, because then you'll have more liquidity up here from the shorts. All right? That would be even better. They're looking to short at higher prices, just like them. So that's what you want to see. All right? That's what you want to see. All right? What's his eventual goal? I don't know. For that, you look at RSI and shit. All right? So RSI, and I'm looking at the 9 day on Bitcoin. Did he take? Let's see if he took. What's he done in the past hour? In the past hour, he's got a little reversal here. Got a little reversal. See? Don't go FOMOing in long. I have no reason to believe this is going any higher at the moment. What he did was he just recovered his longs. He just recovered his longs here. This is a reversal. I need to see it break above here. Right? He just created a liquidity pool for the shorts. He's probably coming down. That's what's going on here. Let's go to the 16 minute. Wiki. Look at this. Why would you want to trade? You have no idea he's trying to he's fucking with people. Is he liquid? I don't know. He's long on the 16 minute, but what is he on the 19? He's long on the 19 minute. That's pretty good. Is he long on the 29 minute? Yeah, he's long on the 29. Is he long on the 39? No, he's not long on the 39. He's still in the red on the 39. All right. So what he did, there it is. There's your reversal right there on the 39. There's a reversal. All right. He's stopping out shorts to come get longs on the 39. All right. Go to the 49. He's getting short on higher time frames. That's what he's doing. So you're going to see a drop. Maybe. On the 69, who's in control here? 69, this is him. It diverges. He's no longer in control. Yeah, he can't even hit the stops on the 69, guys. Right? He's trying to, but without getting some longs, he's gonna need some longs. There's blue volume down here. There's a nice W. All right. Here's two stopping volume candles. All right. So right here is a little bit of a trend line of how he's hitting the stops. All right. And so you could get, there's your pattern now. All right. But the all knowing one is the 99. When the 99 is good, you'll know. So he's more long on the 99. But he's getting long. See how it's going down? He's getting long. All right? So that's how that is. So he tried going up and getting them, right? He failed. This is a failure. All right? Fail. I can't get there. I have to come down and hit some more stops, right? That's the way I'm reading it. right? Now, if a good trader is going to look at that and know that, but, and so now what do you got? Now you got your little Elliott wave guys that'll come in, all right? And they'll start drawing their wedges out and doing this bullshit, right? Because here's your new wedge. You know, you come up, they'll count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you're gonna look for the ABC, right? A, B, and you hope your C, and look, it's literally gonna go nowhere. It's just gonna go sideways, right around the daily open, all right? If he creates the wedge here, all right, trying to grab the stops from here, and that's how that works, all right? That's why those little measured moves do work, because they grab stops. Where can we get to? There you go. 27.8, right? Depending on how much he grabs. If he only grabs half of the zone, right, you're only going to get half of the pole. All right? That's what's going to happen. You'll get half of this pole. So high ADR, right? Where are the stops the most? Where would you? Right here. You probably get half. 27.2. All right? And depending on the commitment in the shorts, you'll see, maybe another level. But you'll probably come back down and test down here. You'll test 26 again. I'm frozen. You'll test 26 again. Do I have anybody in here? You guys left me? Alright. Pull myself back up. And I'll finish this up. Fun wick. Yeah, I know. All right. So that's how that works. All right. If this, it's even worse if this breaks down. But if it breaks down, don't think that it's not going to bounce. All right, because you have these gaps. All right. So what he's doing is he's filling. There's good traders that traded up here. They put their stops here in these gaps. All right. So it stops out the gaps. If he can't get enough stops here, he'll drop to the next gap. So your next level will still be at above level 1. That's level 1 right there. That's confirmation level 1, right? And then he got out of there quick. So now there's stops all in here, right? So you can still get a move up, all right, on the drop, depending on what's going on. And so if we were to get a move back down, see how it hits right in the golden pocket? So he can stop out a bunch of people right in here. So you just wait for it to come down. It'll probably wick right past, right? You want to see it go. People put their stops between the 0.5 and the golden pocket, right? And some of them will have them in the golden pocket, all right? Something like that, all right? Now that's the swing high, swing low. So, yeah, it'd be somewhere in here, low ADR. I got the VWAP. He'll fill it down. It'll break the value area low, right? You'll get another wick down into here. A big wick, just like this one. Big wick down, right? Because the stops, these guys down here, their stops really aren't here, by the way. Their stops are above the 0.5 of the range, all right? And the real risky guys will have it just below. So you're either going to go in between here or in between here, right? That's why fibs don't work. Because guys see if the level holds and they put their stop here. Some guys see if this level holds and they put their stop here. Funny, right between the 382 and the 0.5 is the VWAP. So if I was a market maker, I would drop right in between the 0.5, right, and the golden pocket and get the shorts committed up here, right, but not get the longs committed because I didn't hit the golden pocket. So to me, that little space right there is where you go long. That right there is the bottom of level 2. Somewhere in here. Right? Where I can get the most shorts committed right in here and get the longs to not go long. To get them to be too fearful. Right? It's funny too how this little, whatever the fuck this is, right? So where's your next higher low? You could break that low, right? You could break that low there, right? And now you have a lower low, right? But you could come down into here and still make a higher low. That's what I would do if I was making the market. All right. And then you can gauge time because, look, I mean, I got kids. Based on the speed and acceleration of the stopping volume candles. All right. So this is like your anchor point. When can I expect it? I mean, you got two blue candles. He's stopping out. Those candles are him stopping out shorts. He's taking their shorts. He's getting short himself, and he's gonna drop. All right. So you take the body or whatever. Here's your next zone right here. All right. So, or you can go from the last shorts he stopped out, but he paid himself down here, right? So then you can go from here to here and start flipping things around and go, all right, I kind of expect the drop to happen, later tonight around Sydney. All right. And what would the initial goal be? Because it would be go from his buy. Well, I have to change time frames. Where's the blue candle? I need to find the blue candle. Oh, wait, there it is. The pause or the speed. So there's purple candles up in here, right? So these are the guys that he wanted to stop out. He stopped them out, and then he got new guys. So he's going after these guys right here. All right? Right there. He's going after that blue candle. All right? And you have another... He's going after... That's how you know he's coming down into here. All right? Where do they put their stops? Look, 25.92, 702 retracement of the fib circle. Right below 26K. All right? Right at the VWAP. All right? He can come back down into here too. All right? Just to get some more. But that'll be the wick. All right? It'll wick and then bounce. All right? We don't know what he's going to take. According to the fib right now, it could stop here around 10:32 p.m. and then come back up for a nice Asian pump. Or if he doesn't have enough shorts committed, he could come back down into here. That would be Tuesday. Tuesday the 23rd. All right. And yeah, if he has a bunch more long, and he'll evaluate. Do I got more longs or more shorts? I don't know. Let's go another level. More longs or more shorts? I don't know. Let's go another level. If he has to break the previous low, which he doesn't have to, he can come somewhere in the middle here. But that's why price will start slowing down, right? So right now it's a little fast, If he's coming down, right? I guess you got a low, a high. I'll evaluate, I'll see if I can get there, right? I can't. I'll come back down. I'll take, right? I'll evaluate. I'm good or I'm not. A higher low or a lower low, right? And until he runs out of time, all right? I can make a higher low, fake everybody out, and then drop. You don't know what you're going to get, but that's how that works. That fib, how the fib circles work with the vector candles, all right? You can use these things, these fan lines, right? The GAN fan people, love them, right? Love them. All right, so here's something fun. They use them with wicks and shit. I use them with the stopping volume. All right, so I got one. Where did I have the most? Who did not sell themselves? So these are the guys that didn't, who may not have sold themselves. All right. Let's just take the middle of the zone, I guess. Let's take this guy. Yeah, somewhere in there. All right, so here, take these guys and go blue to where his plan starts, right? Here's another way to do it, right? So the way I read this is I'm going to sell some people some shit, all right? And I'm going to pump up price. Who sold? Half of them sold. All right. That means not everybody sold. I need to come back down for this. So if I come back down for half of them, 26.1. More than half of them, 25.8 was where I think most of the people would sell their longs to me at 25.8 because it's below 26. And if some idiots want to hang on, I can wick them out at the 0.72 at 25.6. And that's like the lowest I can go without breaking my bank. Because that's how they use the fibs. They use the fibs not to measure, levels, but basically the bank. The fibs measure time and money spent, right? So people, that's why you get this wiki behavior, right? Because he's also paying himself. He paid himself. He paid himself. He paid himself half. He still got half long. Half of his longs are still open. So it's completely feasible for him to, continue higher. It's when it breaks the 0.5 and he has to start going into his money, I'm below 50% in profit. I'm below 60% in profit. I'm below 70%. He can throw a wick down and come back up. It doesn't matter, but the market maker can be at a loss for however long he needs to be, 5 minutes, 10. It doesn't matter, because he's got money to push it back into profit. All right, but this is the zone I'm looking for. So if I'm looking for a long, I'm looking for a long down in here. All right, down in these gaps. Really, the best long, like 26.1, right? It scare everybody out. The best long that I'm probably gonna get is Tuesday, maybe somewhere in here. 25.8 would be the best long. Where can I scare the most people? At 25.5, right? So I want to long the biggest fear, right? There's your stupid break, their order block, right? There's your order block, right? So there's orders here. Is he going to fill those orders? Probably not. I wouldn't want to fill the orders, right? Are you going to take this wick? I don't know. I want to not let the longs, right? I want to not let the longs get money because I don't have much money to pay people. I'm going after the shorts. That's all I'm going. I'm going after short stops. I need as much money. So could you come down into here? Yeah. This is a very shallow fib. Somewhere in between. There you go. 19-minute, 369. Here's where you might get a bounce. This region right here. That's why good traders, they ladder in their longs. They'll ladder in one here, right? In here. Okay, fine. I'll ladder in here. Fine. I'll ladder in the most down here, right? And I'll wait and see what happens here. I wait and see what happens here. I'm coming back down, get the fuck out, and see and see. I'm gonna take off half my position. I know I'm gonna get a bounce one more time, and I can get the fuck out. So it's like I'll ladder, and then I have a get the fuck out zone. It's not coming up past this. He's running out of money. It's not coming up past this. I need to get short now. And that's how the good traders look at it. All right. So I'm waiting for the blue. Does he need to come down to the blue? No. All right. I could watch the 9-minute for, the direction. That's mainly it. Looks like it's coming up. That's good. I get people probably FOMO in short. I know CryptoFace was FOMO in short. Wonder why he goes live. FOMO in short. I'm going into a short, so all his followers go into a short. They'll go in high ass leverage. Now they got some money to come up take. I'm not saying CryptoFace is a bad guy. I'm just saying I don't trust a single soul in the universe. Okay? CryptoFace is a businessman. Good for him. I have his market cipher's a fucking bomb. All right? Good for CryptoFace. All right? But what did we do? We've now come down and we've taken wicks and we've stopped out the daily open. All right? Have we made a higher high, or is this just another cycle here on the 9-minute? Because now I have an M top, so I can expect 3 levels of drop. I don't need it. 1 M top. 1, 2, 3. This is drop level 1. He's coming back for more, right? Come back for more. Maybe I come down into here. Support level 1. You might get a bounce. You don't need to come down into here, right? Because you can get long at support level 1 and see if you break resistance, right? Or if you just come up for another pivot point, You don't come and make a higher high, maybe make a slightly higher high. If you make a lower high, you get the fuck out, and then you come back down into here, right? And see if you get that, right? And that's how you play it. All right, on small time frames. Right now, I kind of expect, 26-1. That's what I'm expecting in the next couple minutes. I expect drop because I only seen one level of drop. Some guys will look at this and go, all right, 1, 2, 3. This is a nice stopping volume candle. He's got a lot of longs here, right? But I'm sure that now people have gone long seeing that, and they have their stops down here. So if he drops another level, he can grab these guys and he can grab these guys to get up a little bit further. All right? And then the higher the time frame, the more information, right? So let's take a look at the volume. All right? Don't forget, the red means he's short. It just means he's willing to sell me along. But he's short. All right? He's got all this. He's accumulated. Is he going to keep accumulating? I don't know. Let's go to like the 39. Yeah, he's distributing. He's distributing his longs. All right? That's a good thing. Maybe we do come up. What's the high block doing? He's trying to get that right there, man. He's trying to get he needs to get that at 27, right? He's trying to build this to get to 28. His job this week is to get to 28,000. That's his job this week, in my opinion. He wants to get as much into that gold bar. All right? He's trying to go higher. He wants to go higher. We are looking for longs. All right? We are. Because that BlackRock narrative, although it's bad, it just means that the long-term holders want to sell at higher prices. Right? But that doesn't mean we're going past 36K or whatever. All right? This 19-minute, you're above, right? But here's the thing about that. With the 50 EMA, you want to see the body above the water. All right? Above. You're like at it. I know Tino uses the 15, but I like to use odd numbers. See, the 15, they know that system, right? They know that they teach that. It's still the same. Right? There's stopping volume here. Psychological low. You could just come and wick past the psychological high and then come back down. Right? But I would have my stop down into here. It's the last place he stop hunted. Stop hunt low. 1, 2, 3, reverse. Why would he? It could be. How much money? Do you have enough? Do you have enough? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, he's long. He's long on the half hour. See that split? That means money's changed hands. Right? Now, whose hands? I don't know. Let's go to the 69. 69, he's still short on the 69 minute. That's still him building shorts. All right. Here's where it diverges. Right here. Right? See how the RSI split? This is when they run together, it's something. But right here, that means the retail has more money than him. Retail's not allowed to have more money than him. He can change the trend and go down and start getting them. Right? So here's your M. Right? M. Formation. How many levels? 1, 2, 3. You've had 3 levels of drop. You have a red dot. The money is coming out, but his intention is coming up. That's the VWAP. So your VWAP is coming up. All right. But the 99 tells me everything I need to know. Nice split. He's trying to get them. This is weakness in the market maker because he's the one that sets the trend. This is people moving their stops up on the 99 minute. Back to wherever this point is right here. So now there's stops above these highs right here. So he could come stop this out at 26.6, right? And then drop again. All right? That's all that's the short-term That's the short-term way. Now, unless these come back together and turn green, I am not looking for longs. Because he's not long on the 99. He's building shorts. I would rather wait for this to turn, that's a switch right there. This is where he started getting short from. Here. All right, let's go to the 99. 9. There you go. He's long. He's still long, right? He's still long from way back here. All right. So where's the target? Right? Here's where the switch happens. Right? There's the switch. Here's where I gotta start getting long. All right? To get who? Who has he gotten? What's the target? The target was where the switch he had to start is this right here. So, let's see if he got him. That is that motherfucker who I gotta come get. Alright? That's my target. Stops at 29.8. Alright? Those motherfuckers are in profit. Those motherfuckers are the ones who have him. Alright? So, what do you got? You got to place this weekend behavior, right? If I had to come get these motherfuckers and I had to start doing some crazy shit to get them because of this big sell-off that the long-term holders put me in a hole in, I got to create another place for them to put their stops. Alright? Now, they could put their stops above the previous high. However, good traders, what they do is they move their stops into the consolidation zones. So, he brings things down, and he puts a consolidation zone for them to put their stops. He stop hunted once, he got some. However, he doesn't have their money yet, and I can tell. Because he's not red. Once he gets red on the 99 minute, then I know I'm good. Alright? He's still long. So let's say I'm here, right? I have this big downtrend. A good trader will take a fib, and he'll draw it, and he'll put his stops at like 27.5. Right? That's where he'll do it. 27.4. Because they don't want to get stopped out. They're in profit from up here. They're in profit from up here. They've taken some profit, and you can come stop them out. Right? One big move would be to 30K. One big fucking move to stop out everybody. Does he have that? Is he that low in the bank where he needs to expend all that energy just to do? All right, so I'll go to the 399. No, does he need to come to 29.9? Maybe. Just to get everybody. The problem with going to 29.9 is then you create a bigger pool of liquidity up at the top. Is he willing to do that? Maybe. You have expansion here. Right? The trend is now changing, so let's see when you get that expansion, right? What happens? What kind of moves do you get out of these bad boys? So you got expansion, right? This was expansion to the downside. Expansion to this is like the last time you went up, right? Last time you went up in this range, right? Otherwise it was expansion to the downside, right? Big move down, big move up. What do you get out of that? If I've been doing this accumulating just to get those guys, a 12% move, right? 12%, and you've accumulated, you've spent, and the bank looks low, guys. It looks like the bank is low, to be honest with you. All right, it looks like he's running out of money. All right, so when you hit the stops next, you hit the stops here. You got some stops, you got some of their money, right? You create a divergence. You can expand really low here, right? So again, like these moves that he's able to actually make, 9% move up, these moves aren't big, But what's the volume like? The volume here, there's some volume here, right? But there's just as many sellers as there is buyers, Like right here there's equilibrium, those equal highs, So I maybe would want to push price up to 24 and try to hold it to see if I can get to sell my Bitcoin spot at higher prices, you know, or if I need to literally sell this level off. So, you know, 27.5. I want to see what happens there. That's the level. You know, 27.4, 27.5. I will want him to come up into here and start chopping around. You know? But the water is down. And look, it just comes up and gets smacked the fuck down. Come up, gets smacked the fuck down. Alright? And that, I'm telling you, like, I'm looking at like the 18-day. Alright? The 18-day has a red dot on it. Okay? Like, 18-day red dot. Yeah, you don't fuck with 18-day red dots. Alright? Like, that's a very, very high time frame. And it's confirmed. Alright? Like, you don't fuck with that shit. What do you get when you get an 18-day red dot confirmation? What kind of moves? You know, do you get spikes up? Do you capitulate? What's going on here? Just look at the last two, and maybe we'll look at this is a little weird. This is 2017. I don't know if I can look back that much, right? So what do you get when you get an 18-day red dot? You get local tops. You know, are you gonna get this, or are you gonna get this? This is a little move, but it's still a move. Right? And from that move, what did you get? From there, you got a 63% move. Granted, it was COVID, so let's say it's not going to go be a black swan event and you just get this regular move. 48% on an 18-day red dot, right? This one, don't even get me started. All right? Just from this one, you know, 50% move. I'm looking for a 30% move to the downside because that's a red dot, you know. And normally, when in the history have you really gotten anything different? You know, you can say it was like this. Fine, that's cool. But this is back in 2016, and what was your RSI doing? Your RSI was green. Your RSI flipped back to red over here. Right? This is them buying in 2017, right? This is dumb retail buying. This is them selling. This is them. And they've been selling, right? They've been selling. They've sold on you twice now, all right? Money changes hands at the top. So, you know, if you still got all these guys, you know, here's the money. What's the money doing in Bitcoin? The money is leaving. All right? That's the money. It's going away. You know? It needs to find more money. It doesn't have any. All right? It needs money. The good news. All right? If it does find a bid, it's going to do it before July. All right, that's why I said July, because you got, like, let's say something like your 66, your 63. Your momentum is to the downside for the very first time on your 63 day, where there actually is energy down here. That it's found some buyers. Okay, on your 69 day, it's found buyers. All right, like it did back here. All right, so you can kind of do that, like. Pull that out like that. All right. You got buyers at that level. Cool. All right. Now, if I'm big money, right, and I bought back here, right, and I've sold the top, right, I've made a shit ton of money. Did I sell my whole bag? No. Who sells their whole fucking bag? Right? You keep some to buy in at the bottom. That's what you do in Bitcoin. All right? I have bullish divergence here. Hidden. All right? There is hidden bullish divergence from people with 200, you know, people who did sell 200, who bought at 200 and sold the 60 top, or they sold 40 or whatever. They have money to push the price where it needs to go, so it can get to where, you know, because look, again, if they don't push it up, and I bought here, right, and I didn't sell there 18,000%, I could sell, if I get it to 39, I can sell at 11,000%. But if I don't, I have to sell at 7,000%. So all I gotta do is buy enough of this thing, whose market cap is whatever, to sell the rest of my bag, right? And get the fuck out, because this thing looks bearish. Or the markets look bearish. Or I'm scared of the markets. Or whatever. There's a war. Or whatever. I would want to push price higher so I could get the fuck out. Or they don't give a fuck, because they don't think it's ever coming back down below where they bought it from. Right? What if I bought at $200, what the fuck do I care if it goes to $2,000? Bitcoin is not going to go to zero because it makes money. All right? Who controls it, where it goes, I don't know, but it's proven itself to make money. All right? It makes money, it'll be an asset. It's a new asset class. Awesome. Where's the bottom? I don't know. If I bought here, right? Where would I put my stop loss? Right? I bought at $200. Where would I put my stop loss? Below previous low. I would sell here. Maybe here. Right? I would sell below the lows. If you were the government and you wanted to control Bitcoin, right? And you want to get these guys, where do you push price? You tried to push it here during COVID. You couldn't. Buyers stepped in, right? Expecting things to go up, right? They knew they could get buyers here, right? It's time to come after these guys. You got to come after these guys. They want Bitcoin, right? Because it makes money. They got to own it. The government, whoever, exchange, they got to own it. But what does the market maker do, right? If he wants to go for another cycle, another level, you got to stop out the previous level. Level 1, guys, stops are below level 2. Level 3. You get to level 3, fine. They put their stops here, right? This doesn't count. This is nothing. $31. This is not a cycle. All right? 2011 doesn't, that's why they don't count that. Here's your cycles. 1, 2, 3 cycles. 3, I'm convinced as a retail trader that this is a thing, right? Not even that, I've convinced them 4 times, because look at this, right? 4 times. It's definitely a thing. How do you convince the retail traders it's not? By breaking, not only that, what's it been doing? Bitcoin's never gone below a previous high. Went below previous high. All right, so now you've created some doubt. Now that can get the shorts to commit their money and their liquidity, so you can go actually get short liquidations. But they're not that convinced yet, okay? They're really not. They've been paying themselves, right? So you got to make them think that this thing can go to zero. How do you make people think that Bitcoin can go to zero? You got to change the market structure. You got to make a low, because the only way that you can manipulate people, right, is if you come back down, right, make a new low, right, in here, and then keep them guessing on whether it's ever going to make a new high, right? And that's where you'll get your new W. You will not make a new high in 2026 or whatever it is. Or whatever, 2024. The halving's going to happen. You all think it's going to go to the fucking moon, and it's not going to even go past the old high. Or it'll deviate a little bit and come down. All right? Then where do you get? You would definitely get them to commit with a lower low. A slightly lower low. And you'll get brand new market structure. All right? Brand new market structure. So now you have higher highs and lower lows. And you got something that looks like this that can actually make you money. Okay? Something you can trade, because that's all it is, right? And you can gauge the sentiment of the asset. You will get sideways behavior for a very, very long time. All right? How long? I don't know. I'm looking at what goes on after this war. All right? 2027 or whatever, whoever wins the war, right? What becomes of things? Who's in charge? I don't know what's going to happen in the future. That's why this is happening, because the future is uncertain. Okay? So I'm looking for a deviation of the low to come back up, to deviate the high, to deviate the low, and I will just trade this shit for the next 5 years. And I will own none of it because I don't know if this thing's gonna fucking, because it could go higher or it could go lower. That's what this fucking shit is. All right, but it can't go. It needs to find a bid. It needs to create doubt. You've convinced the longs, and the shorts are convinced as well. So they pay themselves. Now you have to convince the shorts that that they're actually right, that they're right, and you have to convince the longs that they're not. It needs to create fear and doubt and uncertainty. There's so much certainty in Bitcoin. Where's the fear, guys? Where's the fear? There's no fear. There's no fear in Bitcoin. There's none. It's neutral at 30K. It's neutral here. I need fear. I need fear. And then I need certainty. And then I need doubt. All right? I need fear, uncertainty, and doubt for me to get a new market cycle. And then I have a new market. This thing is searching for a new market. So, right? I have greed. There's your market cycle. Greed, right? I don't know what it is. I don't know them, but yeah. You know, this is like complacency, guys. This isn't even fear. Fear is making a new low. These guys aren't scared. All you've done is maybe come back down and test these highs. You haven't even tested these highs. Would that get me a little bit fearful? Yeah. Am I going to come down and take the wick? Maybe. Could I put my stops between the wicks? All right. But making a deviation would make a little bit of fear. All right. That wouldn't be fear. This is uncertainty. This is doubt. All right. That is the emotions of what's going on here. All right. You got to take the, first of all, what do we know? Bitcoin comes back for the wicks. Okay. And what is this? The 69 day? What is this? You look at the candles and they speak, the candles, they speak to you. All right. This is smart money. This is the second level of smart money. These guys. I want these guys. And these guys. These are your levels. Right? These guys are the smart guys. These guys will never sell their Bitcoin at $500. They're never going to sell it. Ever. Unless they went there. And if you guys think Bitcoin's going to go to $500, fine. Then it has to test these guys. Okay? These guys have been tested. These guys have not been tested. Do I need to test these guys? I doubt it. I think that would ruin the asset. I wouldn't want to push price down there. Okay? To come back down into this cup? No. Do I need to test these guys? These guys have been tested already. That's what that is. They were taken and they survived. They held the 9. Awesome. These guys that have been holding the 9 on the 69 day have never been tested. This group right here at $1,000, they bought here and they held it. You could say that was a test. All right. But these guys, 1, 2, 3, and they made money, and they've never paid themselves, thinking that this thing just goes on forever. These motherfuckers. If I was a market maker, I want to test these motherfuckers right here. Just fuck them. Maybe I test this guy a little bit. Scare him. Come back down and pass the close. Where's his stops here? 821. I don't know if I can move the market that much. Because it'll find a bid. It'll find buyers. Some guy will come in and buy this shit. You know? There's buyers at fucking at 16. There's no reason for me to think it's going at 1,000. Okay? There's buyers at 16. All right? But there's also sellers here. So I'll test 13. Right? And then test the sellers again. And then and that's all it's going to do. And you don't know where the bottom is. Good luck picking it. You know? But if I had to make a market for the next 10 to 15 years, right? Wouldn't I need to create, right? Some, right? Greed, right? Uncertainty, doubt, right? This is doubt, And if you don't go higher, you'll get anger. You'll get fear again. Okay? And that's all it's going to do. That's all it's going to do. All right? So that's like the way I see this thing going. It just goes, it's going to go fucking sideways. That's why Jordan, I think he jokes, man. He jokes like crab market, you know? Crab market. But and look, if you like Elliott Wave shit, all right? Elliott Wave is a thing. You come over to the weekly and everyone draws these Elliott Waves out, right? Where's the weekly? Or the monthly? If you're into that kind of shit, all right? In the grand scheme of things, you've had 5 waves up. I think it's the weekly. Yeah, 5 waves up. They're all doing that shit. Or is it the monthly that does it? Or the 3-month? Yeah, 3-month. All right? 3-month businesses all you know, they go on a quarterly cycle. So in the 3-month, you've gone through a full cycle. Okay? In Elliott Wave theory, right? You would get an ABC correction. All right? But this is the 3-month, guys. All right? In the 3-month, all right? You would come up to the golden pocket. All right? Where you would get an ABC correction. A, B, C correction. At least. Down to here, you know, 10K. Where's the last stop hunt zone here? Could you get a massive wave? Like, we're trying to make a new market, right? The B to the C wave could come down into here, right? You didn't get back to the 702, right? Why didn't you get back to the 702? Because that would create too much liquidity up here. It can't go higher. They're trying to go lower. That's why it's not going higher. They're trying to go lower to make a new market. All right? And then if you flip this around, what'd you come to? Right? Stop. It's a stop out. Read this as like I gotta stop out the red and the orange. That's who you gotta stop out. Right? See if I catch a bid. Do I catch a bid at the golden pocket? Who's buying? Nobody? Come back up, hold 50% of the range, you'll continue down. Am I catching the bid at the 702? Come back up, you can come back up to 50. There's another double top. Catching no bids in the big stop out zone here at 12K. You're catching bids at 12K. Look at the order book on Bookmap. There's bids there at 12K. There's bids. Bids at 12. All right? Right? Bids are at 12. You catch the bid, fine. You can do something else, right? So maybe the trend changes somewhere around there, you know, and you don't have to make a new low. But that doesn't convince the shorts, guys. That doesn't convince the shorts, all right? It doesn't convince people, because, like, if you don't make a new low, okay, no shorts will commit their money. You'll never make a new all-time high. You have to make a new low in order to make a new all-time high. All right, in my opinion. If I'm making a market, all right? If I need to make a market for this thing and regulate the fucking shit out of it so all my institutional friends can get into it and make money off of it, right? I got to regulate it. I got to change the market structure, okay? I got to change the narrative, all right? How much time does that take? Well, you have a stopping volume candle here. This is how much time it takes. Where are the wicks? There was wicks to the upside on the 3-month. Fine. How much time is this going to take? Stopping volume candle. This is the reversal. That's reversal volume. Where are they pointing to? Down. Where is it still pointing to? Down. So, time is a thing. How much time did we have here to find buyers? We've run out of time. Level 2 drop. Fine. How much time is that going to take if I got to drop to level 2? Oh, do I have buyers here? Here's a level. 50% of the fib. Fine. You don't find buyers there, right? And you got to go for another level of drop. Let's switch it up. There'll be another stopping volume candle there. But that is the trend. Am I trying to get here? 4.3? Right before the halving? Right? Or am I gonna trade sideways? You don't know. But that's how I'm measuring the time. So right here, I have time. Here's my time. I'm saying I'm going lower. This stopping volume candle says I need to go lower. That this was just a stop out. Alright? That's the way I read the stopping volume here. That this is used to stop out whoever got the direction right. And I've already now switched direction up here in this level. Alright? I've already switched. Alright? I bought here, I sold here. I bought here, I've sold here. Do I need to come back up into there? I can come back wherever the fuck I need to come to get the stops. But I need to drop. Where? I'm going to look for another stopping volume candle. But with a wick to the upside. You know? I would want to see this candle here, over here. I need to see this candle here, over here. Alright? That's what I need to see. Even better, I need to see green candles. Like here. Green candle, green candle. These are buys. Alright? Am I trying to get these guys? There's some stopping volume. This is the goal. These guys. Right? But what did I say? I said that which guys needed to be tested? These buyers here need to be tested. They tested them. Bang. They survived. Let's make them and test their ass again. Alright? Here's them selling on you. This is all them selling what they bought over here. Alright? That's whoever else wants to buy it. Great. Time. Time is a thing. That's why capitulations happen. Alright? That's why I'm saying like this thing could just drop. It could just fucking drop. Because the faster it drops, whatever they do to us, whatever they got planned in the government, they can speed up time by changing some bullshit in the country, like a pandemic or some shit. Bang, we can get them. And we can have a new market. Okay? Are they not going to do that and just keep prices high? I don't know. But in essence, this is now support in here. I would want to test support. This at 12K is my next support. Right there. You can see it. Alright, if that holds, 12K, that's even stronger support. Right? If that breaks, right, wherever this stops, and I say it stops, you know, and some people agree, 2K, it stops here. Now you have a new cycle where you can come up, you know, let's say it stops somewhere, I don't know, in 2024, right? Where you could do this, right? If this is the goal here, right? And the big crash is coming in 2025, based on this math here, right? That it's like 2025 is the big crash, right? And we can, or I don't know, this is confidence, but like, you know, where's that voodoo chart, man? Where's the best time to buy stocks? Right? Follow this guy's nonsense. Where is it? There it is. Right? So they say get the fuck out by 2026. So, you know, 2025, 2024. All right? 2025, 2024. If the goal is to get here by then, right? Somewhere in there. This is a bottom. This is the top. I want to see it break above 36 and hold. Otherwise, I'm looking for buyers. That could be your W right there. There's your W formation. Right here. Right? You can get up into here. Test. Get up into here. Make another M. You can do that as well. Okay? There's another cycle. All right. Does it need to do that? No. It can do anything it wants. All right. But what do we know they're trying to do to crypto? They're trying to kill it. They want control of it. In my opinion, they orchestrated a pandemic just to try to fucking kill it, and it didn't work. All right. Whatever's going on here, I don't know. But that time is hard to measure because at any given time they can change it. But based on the monthly candles, all right, it's still looking for buyers. That this is just a stop hunt. All right. On the 3-month, I still have like no blue candle. Right? What do I got on the 9-week? Do I have any real volume? No. Do I have it on the 6-week? I got some buyers down here. Right? I don't got this. This was fear. This is uncertainty. Okay? I'm going to buy some Bitcoin because I think it's going to be good. And I'll hold. I'll be a holder. I'll do what George says. Right? All right? On the 6-week, I have some equilibrium. Right? But I want this. I want volume. You guys think that this is volume. Maybe these two equal this? I don't know. It could be. Let's go to the 3-week. Where are the pins? All right. You have some buyers here. All right. Or is it the same? Is this equal? Right? It needs to be equal. Right? Is there enough volume here? The volume is still kind of going down. You got a spike here at 30, right? You got a spike here at 16. So I got buyers at 30 and buyers at 16, but I got sellers at 28. 16, 30, 28. Your guess is as good as mine, right? If I was a market maker, I got sellers here, buyers here, sellers here, buyers here. 7K. Right? I probably got sellers here. Where are the most buyers? Below 3. That's the most. I can get the most. Am I going to get that? Buyers are strong here. Getting it there would be hard. I don't know if it can get there. I'm not going to assume it can. Am I a buyer at 7? Hell yeah. I'm definitely a buyer here in this region. Okay? I would buy some there and wait and see. And if I'm going to hold, if I'm a holder, I'm a buyer in the blue, right? And I'm a buyer in the purple and red. I'm not a buyer in the green. I've already missed that. I'm not a buyer here. I can buy here. I'll buy the blue. What do you know? I use the blue here to sell up here. Purple to purple. That is the range, in my opinion. Or purple to blue. That's it. Right? But I move things at speed here, right? To get to up here. Right? I moved it at speed to get to there. Fine. There's a lot of money in here. If I was a market maker or a guy with money, with big money, and I wanted to make that same move, wouldn't I want money? Wouldn't I want to come back to where I moved things from? I moved things at speed here. That cost me money. I paid myself. Fine. I've made more money. Right? So I would want to move things to at least where, you know, it moved again at speed. So it's either going to go to this blue or this blue. That's it. I want to go where there's where speed and volume happen. If I want to get the best deal, I can go to where the purple happens and dip into the red, where I dip into my profits just to make a new market. Anyway, I've rambled. Look, we're up. What's going on? We pumping? 26,666. Who's long in that devil number? Pull back. What a surprise. I ain't trading on a Monday. I don't care how high this goes. He could come take as much as he wants. I'd rather have it come back and test support. And sometimes you might say Bitcoin doesn't do that. I don't care. I'd rather miss out than lose money. Because I don't care. I have my idea of where this market is gonna go. Could I be wrong? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The structure of this is bearish. The overall structure of Bitcoin is bearish. Overall. Yeah. I said 27. I'm looking for 27.4. You know? Like, I don't care. At 26, I don't care for a short. That's not an extreme. This is extreme. At the value area high. And nothing has changed here. I sound like Savvy. Nothing has changed here. Have you made a higher high? No, you got a blue candle. You've just taken stops. That's all it is. It's a deviation. So I would still say you go lower. Look, he's spending the money. He's spent, man. He hit the stops at the psychological high. You're still in the range. In fact, I would short that, but I'm not looking to go short from there. Because that could be a W, right? W. Hold this level. Hold the Mayo. Hold the water in Mayo. And let me make you and change market structure. Now you have a change in market structure, okay? If this is a W, right? You're looking for a change in market structure, right? You got a higher low, a higher high, right? Let me see you at least deviate the previous low, right? And then make a higher high. And then make a new higher low. Come back down and test. And actually change structure. Okay? That's fine. All right? I don't care. I don't care about the deviations, right? I'll long here, right? Because you still get a bounce. All right? I don't care. All right? I ain't going long there. Hell no. That's a stop hunt to yesterday's high. All right? That's stopping out these guys here. Big drop. They put their stops there. To me, they're just looking for lower prices. What is he? Net short. He's short. I'm not short. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. He's long on the 19-minute. Did he grab him? On the 19-minute. So look, you probably get on the 19-minute. So break it down, right? Let's go 9 minutes, right? Does he have him? It looks like he has him. He's grabbed. See how the lines come together? He's got him here. Right here. Right? He's got him. He's got some there. 1, 2, 3. He could realize a return on his longs here. You know, 26.9 was a place I was looking to short. That is a place I'm looking to short. But let's see what we're doing here. He's not short on the 99 yet. I'm still not looking to short. He's still going after shorts. All right. But I'm not looking to long either from up here. I'm in the middle. I'm just going to wait. On the 99. Yeah, he's still looking. He's still chasing him. He's chasing him. He's looking to get short. They're moving their stops up. He's doing a good job. But that doesn't mean he can't come back down. All right, because he's still got to get down. Look, on the 3 minute, this man is short on the 3 minute. He is short on the 6 minute. He is short on the 9 minute. He's short on. He just got short on the 19. On the 19. See, they're changing. All right, go to the 29. He's still trying to grab him. And he's got him on the 39 minute. It's up on the 69. He's almost there. On the 99. Yeah, he doesn't have him yet. He'll get him. But once he grabs him, man, that's when you go short. When he does. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys later in the stream. It's 2 o'clock. Peace out.